What up, YouTube? T-Movies here with the new film Uncut Gems opening this week, and it's also opening wider alone this much here. Since it does star Adam Sandler, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Adam Sandler movies. Now, I'm actually kind of a big Sandler guy. I really love his comedies, and the guy can really show that he can do more than just they're just straight up comedies. I mean, he have like Uncut Gems. He's getting loads of Oscar buzz for, and it does take and it doesn't help that Uncut Gems looks awesome. But he's been like some really cool stuff that I've enjoyed over the years. So with that being said, here is my top 10 favorite Sandler movies. All right, now. Alright, coming in at number 10, I'm going to go with Grownups. Now, of course, it stars Sandler with his buddies Chris Rock, Kevin James, David Spade, Rob Schneider, and they all end up reuniting after their their favorite coach tragically passes away, and so they reunite for like a getaway at their old cabin. I really get a kick out of Grownups. It's really hilarious. You got some really good supporting players. You got Maria Bell was in this. You got people like Dan Patrick was even in this. You had who else was in this? Oh yeah, you had Salma Hayek. Maya Rudolph was in this. Directed by Dennis Dugan, who have of course worked with Sandler loads of times. You also got Tim Meadows was in this. Colin Quinn, China Ann McCain. The late Cameron Boyce was in this. Norm Macdonald. I mean, I really get a kick out of Grownups. This movie is, I always found it to be pretty hilarious. Rob Schneider ends up marrying an old lady. One more key ask for that one. Kevin, the pool scene was pretty funny to watch. I really get a kick out of Grownups. Now, I also kind of got a kick out of Grownups too as well, but I probably still prefer the first Grownups. And crazy believe next year, Grownups literally turns 10 next year, so yeah. But if you guys haven't really seen Grownups, I say give it a go, especially if you're a fan of Sandler's comedies. Alright, coming in at number 8, it is actually his first anime feature, and that is Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights. Now, years before he did, Hotel Transylvania, he got into the animation style in an interesting way with 8 Crazy Nights, and it features features the voice of Sandler, who plays this trouble party animal named Davy Stone, who ends up finds himself in trouble with the law, and so for his community service, he ends up being the assistant, pretty much being in the carefree of this retired coach, named Whitey Ball, and then Davy's trailer ends up getting on fire, so he ends up staying with Whitey and his Whitey's sister. I mean, what not to love about 8 Crazy Nights? This movie is hilarious. It features an interesting voice cast. Like, you got Jackie Sandler, who of course is the wife of Sandler. This was actually the only time they actually played love interest, so I always found that to be pretty cool. You also got a few other voices, like Adam Sandler actually voiced. Sandler actually provided the voice of Whitey and the sister. This movie also has some really cool music. I mean, it also introduced us to Sandler's third Hanukkah song. I mean, I really always got a kick out of the music in this. I mean, remember Bum Dee Bee Bum Bum? I remember that song. Yeah, this movie is... I really get a kick. Now, because there's not really many Hanukkah movies out there, to be honest, like, this is not really a Christmas movie. This is more of a Hanukkah film. So, now, since this is the Hanukkah month, I think it'll probably reach an increase in nights. I mean, it's... Like I said, there's not really many Hanukkah movies out there. So, it's... Because, of course, we have so many Christmas movies, so it's always... So, it was always cool to see, like... Granted, I'm not Jewish or anything. But it was always pretty cool to check out, like, see a Hanukkah-based film, and 8 Crazy Nights, I really got a kick out. But if you guys haven't really seen 8 Crazy Nights by now, definitely give it a go. It's really hilarious.
You go to work.
Alright, coming in at number 8, it is Lil Nicky. Now, Lil Nicky, of course, is the son of Satan, who ended up retiring, and of course, Satan is played by Harvey Keitel, and so Nicky's brother ends up getting a little mad because because Satan ends up giving the throne to Nicky instead of them, so they decide to wreak havoc in New York City. And the brothers, of course, is played by Risa Fonz and Friday dude Tommy Lissa Jr. I mean, Lil Nicky, he also is accompanied by this dog named Mr. Beefy, who, by the way, is Sandler's real life dog. Crazy fact. And fun fact, at Sandler's wedding, his Mr. Beefy, I can't remember, I think his the actual dog's name is Meatball. He was actually the best man at Sandler's wedding, so there's a little fun fact for you there. And of course, you had Patricia Arquette, who played like his love interest. You had Reese Witherspoon, who played Sandler's mom here. You also had Alan Covert, who plays like Nicky's roommate. You also had John Lovitz. Cool cameos by Ozzy Osbourne and Regis was in this. You even had. Anyway, you of course even had the late John Witherspoon was in this. I mean, there's so much to really enjoy about Lil Nicky. I mean, Lil Nicky is just. I mean, Lil Nicky is hands down awesome. And Sandler, like he really looked unrecognizable as Nicky, and he did a great job. I mean, he also had a cameo by the Harlem Globetrotters as well, so there's that too. Yeah, I mean, if you guys never really seen a Lil Nicky by now, and also Ryan Dangerfield plays Lucifer, so there's that too. But yeah, anyway, definitely go check out Lil Nicky if you guys never seen that. Oh, and of course, here Dante and Jonathan, like Larry Ryan, who plays like these stoners that Nicky befriended, they were scene steals in this too. All right. Now coming in at number 7 is I'm going with The Wedding Singer. Now Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, they had a pretty interesting. They've worked together a couple times, and The Wedding Singer is definitely one of them. I mean, The Wedding Singer is really fantastic. It stars. The movie takes place in 1985, and Adam Sandler plays this guy named Robbie Hart, who is this nice guy who ends up being whose heart ends up being broken. So he ends up having the most romantic job in the world as a wedding singer, and he ends up falling for this young woman named Julia, played by Barrymore. And I mean, The Wedding Singer is hilarious. It's a really nice rom com. Drew Barrymore and Sandler really, had great chemistry with one another. It has some really great music in it. You also had a really cool cameo by, you even had a cool cameo by Billy Idol. I mean, that was pretty cool. You also had Robert Smigel, Pierre Dante, Steve Buscemi. You had John Lithgow, John Lovitz. You also had, Alexis Arquette. I mean, what not to love about The Wedding Singer? It's really terrific. If you guys haven't seen The Wedding Singer by now, go check it out. It's a really good film. Alright, coming in at number 6. Now, this was literally the movie that made me go, yes, Sandler has major acting chops. Now, I love Adam Sandler, but I was always used to seeing him when he does, comedy. But when I saw him in this film, I'm like, Sandler could be a future Oscar nominee. And that is Reign Over Me. Now, I did saw Punch Drunk Love prior to this movie, and I thought he would, I probably prefer Reign Over Me over Punch Drunk Love. Now, sadly, I don't really have Punch Drunk Love in my top 10 list. I mean, it's a good movie, don't get me wrong, but it's not really it's not really the Sandler movies that I really go back and watch over and over. If I was to do his best performances, okay, alright. But yeah, if I was to do best, much better. Alright. if I was to do best Sandler performances, Punch Drunk Love would probably definitely be on this list. But Reign Over Me, on the other hand, it is the best performance Sandler has ever given. Obviously, until maybe I see Uncut Gems, because it could easily change once I see Uncut Gems. But my God, Sandler, I think there's even an argument to be made that Sandler could have easily got an Oscar nomination for this. I mean, Sandler was that great in Reign Over Me. I mean, in it, you got Adam Sandler who plays this character named Charlie
I don't even know what it's called. The game. Yes.
named Charlie Fireman, who just lost his family in the 9/11 attacks, and he's also like grieving over the deaths, but he also has PTSD because from it. But he ends up running into his former college roommate named Alan Johnson, by wonderfully by Don Cheadle and
I was just waking up.
so.
Anyway,
Yeah, Reign Over Me is definitely definitely Sandler's best performance.
okay then.
Like this movie will also, I'm not gonna lie, Reign Over Me will literally leave you to tears. Like the scene where like Charlie is talking about his remembering his family and what happened on that day. You're gonna be in tears just from that scene alone. And I still think Sandler should have got an Oscar nomination. I mean, I thought Sandler was remarkable in this movie. I mean, yeah, if you guys never really seen Reign Over Me, if you're always like, and if you guys are always, very cautious about Sandler's acting chops, do yourself a favor, go watch Reign Over Me. It is the best performance that he's ever given. Now, my number 5 pick is going to be Click. Now, you think a movie like a comedy about a guy with a universal remote control might actually be a little dumb, but this movie has lots of heart than you expect, and it is amazing. Click is definitely also one of Sandler's, probably one of the best performance Sandler's as really ever given as well. In it, Sandler plays this guy named Michael Newman who has who pretty much has it, or he has a wife played by Kate Beckinsale, lucky guy there. And he also is like a very workaholic, but until he ends up being this inventor Christopher played by Christopher Walken, who gives him a universal remote control that controls the universe and all. And it has like a bit of a It's a Wonderful Life feel to it. I mean, Click is terrific. Click is seriously one film prop that I'll totally love to have in real life. I mean, can you imagine having a remote control that controls the universe? Let's say if you're in traffic, you could literally just rewind everything. That actually seems pretty cool. And Adam Sandler, like the end scene, will leave you tears. I mean, the scene between Adam Sandler and his dad in this, played wonderfully by Henry Winkler, that will literally leave you tears. And the scene between him and his grown-up son, played by Jake Kaufman, that will also leave you tears. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of probably choked up a little bit with this movie. But it's still terrific. I mean, if you guys never really seen Click, I mean, you also had other great folks, like you had David Hasselhoff was in this, Rachel Dratch, Jennifer Coolidge was in this, Sean Astin, Jonah Hill, Katie Cassidy, Cameron Monaghan. You had Nick Swartzen was in this. I mean, yeah, Click is really terrific. If you guys haven't really seen Click by now, give it a go. I mean, it's a really amazing movie. All right, coming in at number 4, I'm going with 51st Dates. Now, I literally prefer 51st Dates over Wedding Singer. I know that's a bit unpopular to say. I mean, I know that's a little unpopular to say, but I really get it. I think their chemistry is actually even better in 51st Dates than it is in The Wedding Singer. I mean, 51st Dates is a bit, it's an interesting rom-com about this guy, about this veterinarian named Henry Roth who ends, who ends up falling for this girl named Lucy, played wonderfully by Barrymore. But the thing is, Lucy has like short-term memory loss from an accident, so she can't really, Lucy can't really remember things in the next day or anything, and it's terrific. I mean, you also had Rob Schneider was great in this movie. Anyway, you also had the aforementioned Sean Astin was in this. You had Dan Aykroyd, who, by the way, fun fact, Dan Aykroyd actually played his character from Tommy Boy in this movie. Here's a little fun fact there. You even had Pierre Dante, appears in a lot of Sandler movies. You also had Alan Covert, Amy Hill, the one who plays the tattoo face with the meat cleaver. He stole lots of things. I mean, yeah, who doesn't love 51st Dates? It's definitely one of the best rom-com there is. Sandler and Barrymore, like, those two really play off each other well. Blake Clark as Barrymore's dad is great. Definitely go check out 51st Dates if you guys haven't seen that. Alright, my number 3 favorite Sandler movie. What up? Not much. Hey, Rich. Alright, I'm making a list of best Adam Sandler movies. What would be your favorite?
Big Daddy.
Well, that's number 3. Anyway, number 3 is...
Crazy Nights.
Oh, that's, I added that.
Is that number 8?
Think, number 9. Anyway, number 3 is definitely Big Daddy. I mean, years before he played Jughead on Riverdale, Cole Sprouse, of course, played the kid Julian from Big Daddy. Of course, he had his his other brother Dylan as his stand-in as well. But I mean, Big Daddy. You know what not to love about Big Daddy? It is really hilarious.
That's all I learned in college.
I mean, you also got John. I mean, it's of course about Sandler plays this 20-year-old guy named this is a 32-year-old named Sonny Koufax, whose girlfriend ends up dumping him. Of course, his girlfriend's played by Buffy, so that's that. And so he ends up adopting this 5-year-old kid named Julian, played by both Dylan and Cole Sprouse. So he could of course impress her, but his girlfriend ends up falling for this old guy. I mean, who does love Big Daddy? It has some really, come on, Julian's nickname ends up becoming Frankenstein. I mean, not to mention, in Big Daddy, they also, every time, because McDonald's now, serves breakfast every day. Every time I think about, every time I think about that, I always go back to Big Daddy, and I'll be like, okay, Jillian will love this, 2019 because, craft breakfast. Like, come on, can somebody get this kid a Happy Meal? I mean, yeah, that McDonald's thing was pretty hilarious. Yeah, Big Daddy. You also had Joey Lauren Adams was also in this. I mean, you also had Steve Buscemi as a homeless guy. You also had Rob Schneider. I mean, Big Daddy is hands down awesome. If you guys haven't really seen it, definitely go check it out. Alright, coming in at number 2 is definitely Happy Gilmore. Now, literally, everyone, when you think of Bob Barker, you'll think of Price is Right. I'm not lying. When I think of Bob Barker, I don't even think Price is Right. Yeah, of course, Price is Right is what he's known for. But whenever I think of Bob Barker, I think of him literally fighting Sandler. And not to mention, you also had Christopher McDonough as Scooter McGavin. You also had Carl Weathers as Chubbs. I mean, yeah, what not to love about Happy Gilmore? It is definitely one of the best golfing movies there is. it was one of the other few movies that put Sandler on the map for loads of people.
There's like several. I'm at the one on third now.
I mean, you also had, Ben Stiller was also in this. Julie Bone, years before Modern Family, was also in this. Yeah, Happy Gilmore is, like, who doesn't love Happy Gilmore? It is really funny, entertaining. Definitely Happy Gilmore is his second best. Alright. Now, my number one favorite Sandler movie of all time is probably, this is actually the movie that really put him on the map. And that is, of course, Billy Madison. I mean, who just doesn't love Billy Madison? Billy Madison is great. You had Chris Farley as as a school bus driver who so loves the scenes. Bridget Wilson's awesome. Yeah, of course she was in Mortal Kombat. But still, Billy Madison, I mean, come on, he plays a guy who ends up going back to school and all. And the school scenes are hilarious. I mean, who just, even people who do not like Adam Sandler will admit how great Billy Madison is. Because of course, Billy Madison got released around the same time that Sandler got big on SNL, and since then, he of course, became the funniest guy we know today. And come on, Billy Madison is just hilarious. I mean, of course, the Penguin scene. You also had Steve Buscemi in this. Steve Buscemi works a lot with Sandler. You also had Josh Mostel was also in this. You also had Norm Macdonald. I mean, yeah, Billy Madison is hands down the best work that Sandler has ever done. I mean, this thing has loads of funny lines. I mean, the spelling bee line, of course, the spelling bee scene, the scene at that telethon where that guy, where that guy, of course, that announcer, I should say, was telling Sandler, that is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. I mean, yeah, Billy Madison is hands down the best work that guy's ever done. And if you guys haven't really seen Billy Madison, definitely give it a go. It's awesome. Alright. That's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Grownups. 9, 8 Crazy Nights. 8, Lil Nicky. 7, The Wedding Singer. 6, Reign Over Me. 5, Click. 4, 51st Dates. 3, Big Daddy. 2, Happy Gilmore. And 1 is Billy Madison. Now, of course, Sandler has been loads of other stuff I've enjoyed over the years. Let's see. Of course, Waterboy is, like, who doesn't love Waterboy? Alright, there's, of course, Blended, Punch Drunk Love, Funny People, You Don't Mess with the Zohan, Men, Women, and Children, Mr. Deeds, Anger Management, That's My Boy is hilarious, The Longest Yard, Bedtime Story, Chuck and Larry, Spanglish, Murder Mystery, Pixels, The Marvelous Story, The Cobbler, Do-Over. I could go on and on. I'm a big Sandler guy, and cannot wait to see Uncut Gems. But anyway, let me leave it to you guys. What are some of your favorite Adam Sandler movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This series, T Movie sign.